All right, we live.
What's good, bro? What's up?
Nice to meet you, bro.
Like,
All right, so I'm gonna let you shout out. You know, say a little bit about yourself. We're just gonna wait for people to get in. You know, so you can say whatever you want to say about your channel. Introduce yourself, whatever.
all right, for sure, for sure. My name is Brother Z. My YouTube channel, The Knowledge Trap. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I lived in Atlanta for about 15 years. I've been an EMT, a firefighter, currently a counselor. I got into YouTube just because it was an outlet for me to express myself and to find like-minded people.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. My channel, it covers social issues, it covers therapy, it covers health and fitness, and just, the holistic health and fitness. So, yeah, that's what I do. Jack of many trades.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. You got a lot going on, man. That's what's up. And I looked at your channel. I seen it was real versatile, and I seen he was real articulate. And I also what I like is the children's books. Like
Mhm.
that's what's up, bro. Like I applaud you on that. That's what's up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like to, y'all can check out the children's book on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. I got
Oh
three
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah,
pen Wise Counsel. My pen name is Wise Counsel for my children's books. So, yeah.
that's what's up, man. So yeah, I've been on YouTube for about a couple of years now. This channel right here that I got, this has been for 2 years. When I first started, I was just mainly talking about spirituality. Because like I stopped, doing certain things. Like I started meditating. It was just like I had a little spiritual awakening, if you will. So I stopped eating meat and stuff. So I wanted to document that on my YouTube channel. So it just turned into like self improvement because I was just like an experience type of thing where I was just documenting. So it's starting to pick up now and it's starting to do pretty good. I'm getting some subscribers. I'm welcoming new subscribers every day now. So it's doing pretty good. I'm just thankful to God that I can be on here and spread my experience to everybody else and see who can relate to me. Just kind of like what you said.
Right. No doubt, man. And that's why I connected with you. You actually the first YouTuber that I ever reached out to, and some
Oh, yeah.
the one about I don't like being around guys that get a lot of women, and it was just such a unique perspective that I didn't hear. Then when I listened to the video, you were articulate, and I figured
Yeah.
certain wavelengths. So I'm like, yo, let me reach out because I'm over here building too. Like I've been juggling, but I'm trying to put more energy into the YouTube and just get people to come towards positivity because
Oh, yeah.
that's what get all the attention these days. But we're gonna make it happen.
Right. Yeah, them videos starting to catch fire. Like the one that you seen, like a lot of people seen those. It's like in a heavy traffic in YouTube right now. They recommended that a lot. But that was just me. I was 18 in that video. So like I'm 20 now. So like my mind shifts a lot. I go through phases in my life. That was just me, absorbing and just kind of like venting my feelings about like certain situations I've been through. Like a lot of dudes I've been around, they just laughed at me when I didn't get women and stuff. So I was just, experiencing. But now I'm in a different state of mind, because like I'm starting to like, improve myself instead of just complaining, talking.
Right. And actually, as we dig deeper into the conversation, I'll touch on that a little bit later when we, get to that point. But I experienced the same thing because I was just heavily into sports and kind of when it was time to get women, it was like people literally laughed at me and I kind of swayed to the way to the other side. But we'll get into that. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting topic because you would always assume that men just want to be around other men who get women because it's women around. You get what I'm saying? The access.
Mhm.
It was just a unique video, and for you to be so young, like, yeah, that was that work, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. So you can start off with the topic, man. This is an introspective stream, by the way, y'all. We're just gonna be going in depth. We're just gonna be exploring, like just exploring self improvement, and just like kind of bouncing off each other's ideas and stuff. So you can start off. You mentioned that you want to talk about distractions, and that kind of stood out to me because distractions are a really prevalent thing among society, of course. So you can kind of start off with that if you want.
Yeah, we can definitely start off with distractions. Distractions. That's what's gonna get in the way of some of the other stuff we're gonna talk about with like purpose and
Yeah, it goes into a lot of things. Yeah, it's just like multifaceted. Yeah.
and so we got people 20 and under now who, even though I'm into therapy and everything, they got a different experience than me because they're born into technology and social media.
Right.
I'm saying? I wasn't born in it, but around like early 20s, it became prevalent. So these distractions nowadays, you see people highlights, you feel more personable celebrities because you got the inside scoop of their life. You get what I'm saying? They seem like they're giving good advice and all of this, but really you can't really benefit from it. And most of the stuff that people take it in now is what I call empty calorie content. Empty calorie content. You get what I'm saying? It's these quick little thrills. If I was to go into my messenger right now, I have at least 10 people that says 4+ messages that send me stuff, little 20, 30-second clips. Oh, somebody fall off a skateboard. Oh, somebody getting out. Stuff that's not going to really benefit you in the long run. And it's just a quick little thrill, but you get no real gratification out of it. So I wanted to touch into distractions in general because I believe that's the number one thing nowadays, stopping people from their purpose. You get
Right. Right. Yeah, social media, it can be like yin and yang. It's like yin and yang, like we're on social media right now. We're like spreading things, like spreading positivity, but it's your choice to like get on there. But the whole social media design is made for you to be reeled in and just psychologically controlled because, if you don't understand like those algorithms, like the things that the way these social medias are actually designed is literally to keep you trapped, mentally trapped, to keep giving publicity, to keep tuning in. When you hear a notification, it's like the red bubble. Like red is actually is like a psychological color. So like it like reels you in. Like YouTube is red. Like the messages, notifications are red. So that's why they use red for like a stop sign because it's like red is like a vibrant color. So
right,
like it is a psychological trap. Like social media is a whole psychological trap. Like
right.
from the reels, like you said, the viral videos, like they decide what they want to make viral. The algorithm is all controlled in that way.
No doubt, no doubt. Like you say, it's the colors, it's the little sound, it's the confirmation you get from other people. Even I know it's
Yeah.
not views and subscribers, but even when you do a video and you get like 20 subscribers, it's like, oh, you feel that, you know what I'm saying? But the downside is you looking at everybody highlights, you taking in all of this like you say, they got you in a reel where they know what you like, they know what you click,
Right.
all of this similar stuff to keep you clicking for hours and hours and hours. So we definitely got to be careful of that. And then because when I first started watching YouTube in 07 and I first got a Facebook, it was totally different. Like Facebook was the people I know. I get on it and I see people I know like all. Now it's the advertisement, it's the celeb, it's all of the viral videos. YouTube was the same. It was a lot of music, but it was a lot of individuals on there before celebs got on there where you seeing these unique thoughts and perspectives and everything. It was a lot of that with like less of the other stuff, but now it's taking over too. So now people like us and other people out there, we definitely need to connect and put egos aside, status, money, all of that, and reel other people in that they potentially can be elevated and enlightened. But we got to put all of that aside and connect because the negativity, that's what the machine is behind. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We competing with people that they got the camera crews, they got the makeup artists, they got the people who write for them, produce. All they got to do is read a script and promote what the machine is promote. You get what I'm saying? So it's an uphill battle, but I liken it to the big thing with celebs nowadays. Like I say, they personable because you see the insides of their life and they on all outlets. But I believe that even their character extends to like when you see them in like public and the camera's rolling. So now they got like a personality character. You feel me? So think of it like, you ever heard of simulation theory? Like a game within a game. So that's so advanced that we could be living in the game and we'll never know it because they're so advanced, but we create games. So imagine that somebody on TV and they playing a role, but then you see them personally and they playing a role. And you think
it's important to unplug from the trap, which is the attention-based society that we're in. But also a lot of people, like I'm on YouTube because like I want to spread positivity because I understand we are in an attention-based society and this is where most of the monetization comes from. But like going to the other side, like you said, like the personality switches, like the psychological traps, they're changing, the makeup art, like everything is just for a facade, basically. It's not the real them. It's like everything is covered up So you're really not going to understand the real them. And then people look up to them. This is not even the real person. This is like, this person is literally on mind control. You know, MK Ultra, they said like Kanye, all the conspiracy theories like that. But, you know, that's something, that's a whole other topic. But like, yeah, I feel like a lot of celebrities are under mind control, you know?
And the reason I harp on them is because of the influence. Like I can care less. You know what I'm saying? No hate, this or that. But I'm on the front line. I counsel kids. I done been in EMT for years, scooping kids up off the ground, young people. I got love for adults too. But it's the youth. Like I got youth that I see, certain celebs, I'm telling you, they mimic them. They talk about them like that's who they look up to for whatever reason. So we got to start holding ourselves at a higher standard where we accepting less. Because imagine this, now peep this. Imagine me acting like Snoop Dogg and I walk in a therapy session and I'm holding a flag out my pocket. You feel me?
Right.
And the parent like, oh, what's that? Oh, this is just my set. You know, I'm thugging it, blah, blah, blah. Now,
Right.
in the counseling setting, someone would report me to the board and probably report me to police. You get what I'm saying? But now that these celebs and stuff so personable, it's not all about entertainment and stuff like that, because some kids don't have parents.
Right.
Good parents, they don't have good guidance. So by you seem cool, everybody like you, but you still representing Crips at 50 plus years old. I don't want to hear about Snoop Dogg quitting to smoke weed. I want to see him drop the flag if you really cared about black people. That's what I'm on now. I don't care about feelings. I don't care about status. I have to deal with shit after it hit the fan in real life. So it's time to like start calling stuff out and forget how cool, funny, how much everybody else like them. Right, wrong, wrong. That's wrong.
We're in the information age, bro. So everything is getting exposed nowadays, you know. Everything is getting exposed, and only the people that have the higher consciousness, if you will only people that will wake up to actually see behind the facade, see behind, like unplug from the system and actually see the celebrities for what it is. And like you said, you delve into the psychology, you said you have degrees in that therapy, so you understand how the human brain kind of works, you know, you understand what make, you know, like these psychological traps with the youth, like you said, like when they look up to these celebrities, like it's like their puppet masters know how to get people reeled in. So that's why they use celebrities for as the puppets. You know, to put them on screen, you know, like a lot of the females nowadays, you know, they're getting programmed by like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallions of the world and all this because they understand how to psychologically trap them. They understand what, you know, like their minds are impressionable, so they're gonna keep promoting what they want to promote to literally keep you in a perpetual state, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So that's really important to really get to the psychological aspects of things instead of just looking at all the glitz and glamour, looking at, you know, like their views and their numbers, their money. Like we don't care about that. We got to see how the person really is on the inside, you know, because that's what's most important. That's what's causing the problems.
And like you say, it's a trap. They putting people in a perpetual stupor. You get what I'm saying? Because I can tell you what's on the other side of that. I have two daughters, also 7 to 8. I coach them soccer. Um, Certain ways, like I'm gonna win as a man, but I'm gonna raise my daughters a certain way where they're gonna win as a woman. And it's
Right.
nothing about Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. The persona they portray, that's gonna line up, because what that leads you is depression and a
Depression.
and everything. I'm telling you, so many young girls, they come in for depression because a boy hit it, they quit it, or they just broke up or whatever. So in reality, like women, they not even built for that type of lifestyle to be stable emotionally. Like that's the reality. They're not there in the hospital with you when you testing for STDs. You get what I'm saying? They're not there to help you raise your kids. Stop following nonsense and BS.
Yeah,
Point blank.
bro. This society is just making women more masculine, bro. Like the all like it's really crazy. Like women think they can be promiscuous. Like their emotional vulnerability is like way higher than men, and that's why I'm not surprised that you said like a lot of women come in for like therapy sessions and they're depressed because they're trying to, you know, have all these fake things. You know, they think they have to be like these you know, these female rappers to actually get male attention, and then, you know, because a lot of the males, like I would say, like a lot of them catch on, but it really starts from the female. You know, it really starts how you present yourself. Because if you present yourself in a certain way, that's the energy you're gonna get back. Whatever energy you put out is what you get back. So like I love that you're teaching your daughters that before they like get their own mind and start getting out in the world to carry themselves as a female, as a real woman, so they won't have to attract these guys who know what 304s like to do. You know, the 304s like to just run around, be with guys because they're in this masculine frame. So you're gonna teach your daughters to be like feminine and actually be in a woman's role, and that's what's up. That's what you're supposed to do as a father. You know, that's what it starts at. They have to look at their self in the mirror, analyze their image. You know, it really starts with having that father figure. You know, that's what it starts with for real.
It really does, because the, like you said, the feminine and the masculine brings a different energy. When I walk into a room with my daughters, like, it's not like it's different, because some people see just mothers and they'll prey on that. But if I leave my daughters at a family member house, I tell them straight up, like, my daughter don't get touched. I'll pull their kids to the side, like, look, I'm not accusing nobody of nothing, but this is off limits. You do that, I got permission to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I'm happy, I'm willing, like, for whatever. And when other men can feel that, so it does add even an extra layer of protection for
Right.
my. I've been out here and I put a lot of energy into them. So when they teenage and this, then that, and this and that, I can't stop life. But I'm not joking with nobody. I'm not playing. I don't care what you got going on, dude. I'm raising my daughters this way. Treat them with respect, point blank. But yeah, it's really sad that we got a lot of just backwards thinking, and we support the wrong things with our community, people in general. But like I say, I'm in the fire, I'm in the field, so I know this, and we just support the wrong type of shit. They'll tell you, get straight A, do this, do that. I've been to all of that little support, but my friends who go to jail is support them for their visits. You feel me? Not for my graduation, but for their visits. You shoot them money because they need money on the books, not the support for college. You feel me? When
Right.
I said I started off kind of like nerdy and really quiet. So when you're really quiet, people associate other characters. Maybe Saul, maybe this. But around 10th grade, when my athletic ability just really started to show in high school, I started being around the jocks. You know what I'm saying? Running a 70-yard touchdown, I received way more admiration and praise than ever getting straight A's. Ever. You get what I'm saying? People like really go crazy off of that stuff. When you compose, even kill, articulate, it's cool, it's nice. Some people will be around, but they don't care like that. You feel
They
me?
want the thrill. They want that thrill.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we support. BS and thrills. And this is what led into me really connecting with that video that you made about not wanting to be around dudes who get a lot of girls. So like I said, I was on both sides. So I was really just focused on sports. Didn't really care for girls too much, even though I had physical stuff I was starting to feel. So me starting getting around the top jocks and the top dudes in the hood, there were some of them that really, I'm talking about, I played with a guy in high school, girls in the hood used to call him like Shamor Moore. You feel me? That's the type of looks he had in the hood. You get what I'm saying? So he just being around these people like close and stuff, I picked up on things and they showed me things. Oh damn, a lot of girls are poor. You feel me? Because I'm looking at this girl like loose on the spot, talking about, hey, you know what I'm saying? It was mine, but it was.
Then think about that. Oh yeah, you was gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, so the thing is, when I'm first getting in, they was laughing at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
They like, oh, you just started running back and you ain't getting no pussy. You been dating her. I said, you ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And ways I acted was like hilarious, and it was kind of like I never showed them it hurt me, but it was just like on the inside it made me feel low. You feel me? And I feel like, oh, I gotta. Yeah, and I feel like I wasted a lot of time after that because I had proved something to them and then spent years proving something to myself when nobody was around. You get what I'm saying?
I can relate to that so much because that's what I was gonna say. I can relate to that because when I was in high school, I knew the hood dudes, like the dudes who sold drugs and stuff, but I never really I knew them, but I never really associated myself with them because I'm not that type of dude, I'm not gonna sit up there and lie. And that's why I feel like I made that video because I was like kind of just expressing myself about that experience that I went through in high school. And I said in the video that in school I grew up around, I come from the hood too. I grew up in the hood for a good portion of my life, but I never really did any hood activities. I was never no thug or nothing, but I knew people who were in that. So when I was going to school, I was really like an outcast, because I was never no thug. I was never, fight. I got into some fights, when I defended myself, but like I was never in the streets. Like, but then they would like laugh at me for not getting women. They would laugh at me for not, but I'm like, it's not my fault that they're not attracted to the type of guy that I am. Like I'm the guy that's just silent. I'm the guy, when I was in middle school, I got straight A's. So I guess people looked at me as a nerd, I guess. But in high school, I was just silent. I had a couple friends, but I really stayed to myself most of the time. So it is what it is. That was just me.
Right. And then like I was so far on the other side, I like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I did a video when I was first starting my YouTube. I think it was Talk Session 3, because I also do like some interviews and stuff, label them talk sessions, with a guy who was self-proclaimed beta male. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The part in there when he was like saying how difficult it is and how he can't get no woman. And I made a comment and started to chuckle. And that's immediately what I thought about when I saw that video, simply because he was like, I'm not understanding his plight and he's serious. You get what I'm saying? Because it was just like, but and that's what we gotta get to. We gotta value important things, not how many girls you have sex with. Can you build something stable? Do you help the community? Are you taking care of your family? You feel me? Are you competent in the field or craft?
Right.
That's what we need.
You gotta have substance. You gotta have substance.
Right. It's like I said, thinking, and instead of listening to people that we know mean good for us, sometimes we just listen to the people who we don't know but they popular, and we don't give each other the positive energy. Sometimes we come with the negative energy. I'm talking about more than other groups do, especially when they know you onto some other stuff. Because when we younger, they'll blatantly say it, they'll diss you because nerdy or corny or this and that. But then when you get older, a lot of people hide it and they do it covertly, and they treat you a certain way. It be the negative energy, it be the lack of respect, it be the but you want to put that energy towards other groups. You know what I'm saying? Zay, when you said cool, yeah, I'll link with you on the live, I prepared for this interview like you a 57-year-old white CEO man that's giving me the opportunity of a lifetime. That's how much I respect my people. I don't care about the age, the status, the subscribe, none of that stuff. Somebody that I peep, he got his head on his shoulders and he in the right direction. And I know, like I'm saying, you stick to this, you on your way, you articulate, and you young, you know what I'm saying? But you might not hear that from enough people because that's just the way it works. So when I got this opportunity, I'm preparing to the utmost and respect.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought the same thing, because when I looked at your channel, I was like, this dude is really serious about his craft. And then like really when I seen the children's books, like that really, like I was kind of shocked, because you don't really see a lot of that, man. You don't really see a lot of, black brothers, doing stuff like that, becoming a therapist, actually caring about our community, really trying to get to the root of certain problems. And like, that's what's up, man. I really respect that. When I was scrolling through your videos, man.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that leads us to pretty much like, if you're getting rid of the distractions and you putting yourself in the right position.
Right.
In my mind, of all of this BS, organic thoughts, unique perspective, all of that stuff pours in. You get what I'm saying? When I have some moment of silence, I sun gaze, I meditate, I take time out, not just from like noise, just traffic out of my mind, period. And you'll be surprised how many unique thoughts that come in. Like, it took me 6.5 years to get those children's books published. I wrote them when my kids was babies, and their personalities actually turned out with those books, no lie. But I was going through artist after artist, and unless some artists, is their own unique thought, they don't go hard, and it was hard to get somebody to finish. But when I found a person, I just started producing them, but even close friends who know how much I've been like fighting to get that. You know how many times I heard, oh, like, good job. Oh, you on Amazon? Oh, you in Barnes and Nobles? 0. But when I was running that 70-yard touchdown, it was like,
yeah. What's good with y'all, man?
What up, everybody? Getting into purpose.
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on this, like, like how you were saying about hold on, what were you saying? Yeah, you were talking about the distractions and stuff, like how you you tune out the distractions by meditating and sun gazing. I want to, keep you going on that. So, like, how did you get into sun gazing and meditating?
Um, when I go through YouTube, I try to find like-minded people and stick to. So some of them who kind of was on the same frequency as me, they let the thought of sun gazing, and I learned about all the benefits, like how it enhances like your concentration and gets it's just like instead of your skin taking in the sun, it's a direct portal to your eyes. Like reptiles, sun, all types of animals, like the sun is a life source. So actually therapeutic benefits to sun gazing. And growing up, I always learned don't look at the sun, which is only partially true. Don't look at the sun except when it's within 45 minutes of rising or 45 minutes of sunset. Those are the times you can sun gaze, 20 minutes at a time. When you build yourself up, you can start at 5 minutes, and squint your eyes if you need be. But I promise you, the clarity and the visions that I started after a few weeks even, but let alone a couple months, and sometimes it'll be a clear day all day. Then all of a sudden it'll be one cloud over the sun blocking it so you can't sun gaze. True story, because I've been
chemtrails. They got the sun on purpose, yeah. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
We guys, man. They know melanated people are guys, man. They know. People I don't know what you believe in, like people that run the world, but like I hear a lot of spiritual teachers. They call it like the inorganic ones, the one world government or whatever. But they block the sun, man. Like melanated people, we need the sun. We're sun children. Our melanated skin is like literally a conductor of sun, so we need that to survive. Like nothing would survive without the sun. So why the hell are they blocking? Why?
And
why are they blocking the sun?
Everybody, but yeah, our people wouldn't be attacked from so many angles. And I talk about our people because we got to take self accountability. Nobody that been dogging us out for hundreds of years is going to pick us up. So that's why I directed to self improvement. But realistically, we hate it. Nobody just hates people like that who's not a threat. Like we're a threat. Like if we really put our stuff together and start connecting and the like-minded people, yeah, we can give people bits and pieces, but if you're not on our frequency, hey, hopefully you catch up. But we all need to start connecting and figure out a way to elevate the general, without worried about like views and popularity and money so much. That's why I'm hesitant to even link with people, because it's a bigger picture for me. It's a really bigger picture. I'd rather leave a legacy 100 years from now and I didn't even know I was that great than to just appear great here and to leave no impact, no positive impact. And that's the truth.
Yeah, it's just interesting, man, about like the human experience is just interesting, man. At the end of the day, like it's just like many different walks of life, different people, different traditions, different religions. It's just so many different differentiating things, that people go through in life. Their experiences, unique experiences. With it's crazy. It really is.
Right. And just like you see a midget over here and somebody with giantism over there, and there's a 3 feet difference and 300-pound difference, the mental can be even bigger differences than that. You get what I'm saying? Because it's endless and just it can't be measured. So even the way people can act, you can look at, because I've been judged a lot of times. Even my companion now, her parents looked at me and just thought I was a dog ass dude that ain't shit. You feel me? But at the same time, I ain't finna sit down and read off what I done did or done or prove nothing to nobody. But it's like, that's what I be talking about, respect. Some of the stuff I say, if I was a white dude in a suit or an Asian dude in a suit, they'll take it for God. Okay, yeah, that's right. But I even dealing with this my girl because she got to Google most of it.
It's sad, man, but
you understand? Oh, you right. And I was like, I studied this, but you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like that's what like a lot of the ideologies, like how you said, like if you were a white man in like a suit or something, like they will give you more respect. Because I feel like with our race, like they call us black, but I'm trying not to use the word black because black literally means nothingness, So like I try to say melanated, like I'm melanated, like I'm not black, because I feel like we were just colored people in the 50s and 60s. Like how do we turn black? Black literally means nothingness on the scale. Like it literally means nothingness. It's carbon. It has zero space. That's why the space is black. So I try to change, like, my articulate, like how you said I'm articulate. I'm trying to be more articulate and just, you know, watch my choice of words and things that I say, because words are power. Words have the power to influence. But
Mhm.
like, I want to touch on this, like how we were talking about ideologies in different walks of life. What is your view on religion?
Uh, well, I want to start off by saying I don't have a set religion. I respect all religions. I pull bits and pieces of all religions: Christianity, Buddhism, Islam. So all of the major religions, I take bits and pieces. So my belief is that man made all of these books, but there are some truth in them, and they all lead to the same long, because anything can be used for good or bad. I do
Right, right,
some can be used for good, but people have used them for bad. So I just believe everybody needs to respect everyone's beliefs. I do believe that there's a supreme energy flowing throughout the universe that we all have a part of. Some people connect them with the positive energy, some people connect them with the negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to compute God, or make up an image in my mind. I just know what I always felt. You feel me? I always felt that I had to have a personal relationship. I couldn't count on another man to be like my spiritual guru, because I don't know what he got going on or what he fighting or what's in his mind. And if God made me like this and I'm doing the hell for it, so be it. So basically, I study a lot of religions. I take bits and pieces. I'm always out for the good, the positive energy, doing right by people, treating people like I want to be treated, all of the basics. And I know for a fact that there's an unseen, because I done had spiritual experiences, but I don't try to compute it and say this right or that's wrong.
right. Exactly. Yeah, everybody has their own unique experience, but also, like, my view on spirituality and like religion. I grew up in the church. I'm Christian. Like most melanated people are. And they were like, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like Christianity was like it was definitely given to us in slavery. And like, if you didn't notice, Jesus is actually the name of a slave ship they put our ancestors on.
Heard of
So
that.
like, a lot of people got to enlighten themselves and think outside of that box. Like you said, Christianity, I'm not saying it's all false. I'm not saying I don't have any religion. Like I'm kind of like you. I like I view different things and I analyze different religions and I take it into account in myself. But at the end of the day, I'm always grounding with earth. I'm always grounding with nature, because I understand that, nature was here before all of this. Like, they call spirituality the new age when religion is really the new age, because, the Bible was literally made like 2,000 years ago. And like, most of these entheogen plants, like marijuana, shrooms, and things like, they can give you this like psychedelic experience. These things been around before religion. So what do you think? What do you think these people were using to get these different heightened senses of reality and having these altered perception? They were using those entheogen plants. So
Mm,
I feel like that's why they have such a tight grip on marijuana. They're like just spewing out all this garbage with this marijuana, and like, it's all artificial and stuff. Like everything is literally made to destroy you when you really think about it. Like, really, especially against our community.
right. Just like I told you, they want to tell you that you can gaze at the sun, and there's numerous. Just Google it. If somebody listening, they don't believe me, it'll tell you if you Google it. There's many health benefits to sun gazing. And yeah, shrooms, marijuana's like shrooms and stuff. They'll broaden your consciousness if you did the right shrooms, because you see stuff that's like,
Outside of your perception, your
right,
everyday perception.
it ain't just like, oh, I'm fantasizing. No, I'm not just fantasizing. Like, you see and feel stuff that you normally wouldn't. You might be able to close your eyes and see music in your mind. I'm talking about just the tune. You'll see it. You get what I'm saying? You might get in water and just realize it's not wet. So yeah, they want to hide all of that stuff because it opens up the mind. When they want to keep most of the people in the box, they want to keep you as bots. They want to keep you as drones. They want to keep you lazy and fat and stuck on the computer.
Crazy, that just out of it. Just your mental is just gone.
Some of
Like,
my,
yeah,
some of my smartest friends, like,
yeah,
they bots, like I told you. Now, yeah, they want this, they want that, but every second they sending me all of this stuff on Instagram. Look at this clip, look at this clip. And I just had to stop looking at stuff because it's 10, 15 people. I'm supposed to
right.
look at this crazy stuff. I'm gonna get done what I gotta get done.
Yeah, a lot of things are made to destroy you, man. And like touching on the spirituality thing, man. Everybody has their own unique experience. That's why I don't judge people. Whatever religion you want to indulge into, like that's your prerogative. That's your choice. Whatever makes you be on that love spectrum at the end of the day, spreading love and positivity, doing right things amongst the world. Like any religion, you can find beauty in any religion. But I'm just saying, you have to really question that Christianity. You know, you have to really question that because that was like, I feel like that was used as a crutch, you
Mm-hmm.
know, for our ancestors. Like we found that book, like the Holy Bible, the King James Version. We don't know who actually wrote the book. We don't know who wrote it. Like we don't. And it was given to us in slavery. So
Right.
I feel like all the trauma we were going through, like our women was being killed in front of us, raped, and all this stuff. All that trauma we were going through, I feel like the book just came out of nowhere. And like I feel like that's why most Christians, most melanated people nowadays, they're so emotionally attached to that book. Like they like literally nitpick things to make themselves feel good. It's all feelings. They feel strongly about it. So they don't really question. They don't really think outside the box because they feel so strongly. They have such a grip,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like it was used as a coping mechanism of some sort.
Oh yeah.
When they were really given that, like all that trauma we were going through, our ancestors were going through, that book, like Christianity is like one of those religions where it's like, wow, man, like y'all really believe these things. Like it's literally plagiarized from Egypt. Like Jesus, it's like you see a sun behind Jesus every time you see an image of him. You see a sun.
Right.
In Egyptian hieroglyphics in Egyptian times, they were talking about like Horus, they were talking about like the eagle eye, the third eye, and things of that nature. They were using symbolism. They didn't really believe that these characters actually existed. But these Christianity people, they really believe that Jesus actually existed. It's just a representation. It's just symbolism. That's all it is. It's symbolism. It's literally plagiarized, because if you look at Egyptian symbolism, they talked about like the like I said, Osiris, Horus, all of these gods. But I feel like these were just talking about these gods, like they made up these gods to like symbolize something,
Mm-hmm.
to convey a message, if you will. So like I feel like Jesus is literally a plagiarized, is literally plagiarized from
Right.
Egypt.
And even the Isis and Osiris story, you mentioned Osiris, but it's a story with Isis and Osiris that, kind of, relates to the Jesus story. It's just so many things that could be even plagiarized.
It's copied and pasted, literally. It
And,
literally is.
and with our people, I'm gonna just be quite frank. Um, we gotta move past. If you want to be a Christian and stuff, cool. Like we say, we respect that, but we gotta move. All of this stuff is gonna save us. It's not.
Yeah, you got to understand that you can believe in the messages, but just don't actually believe that there is some type of character, like a devil that's actually like a fictitious character that's actually waiting for you, and they have no archaeological evidence that these characters actually existed. These disciples, they have a whole bunch. You can go to Africa right now, find a bunch of archaeological evidence, find a bunch of engraved, symbols in pyramids. You can find artifacts. You can find skulls. You can find. Why can't we find any of these people? Why can't we find any of these people who actually existed in these Bible? Why can't we find them? There's no archaeological evidence. So I feel like it was just symbolism to convey a message. But people actually hold on to these things so tight, and they really believe that
Right.
these people really existed when they didn't.
It ties into just what I was talking about with the distractions and the celebs and all of that. Don't look to celebs to fix our problem. Regardless if Kanye, Kyrie, they have a big moment and go viral, we're in the same situation. Don't look for religion to fix our situation. We done had it for years. We got to be self-accountable and put the groundwork in.
Self accountability. Exactly. You said it right.
Government don't expect the elites. Don't expect whoever or whatever to fix our situation, but us. Because look at the situation we're in now. Like we say, we struggling with relations. The men don't even have leadership in their own home. People don't respect black men, but we still begging. The NBA players begging. They need to do us like this. They messing with the dress code. Start your own league.
Start your own league, bro.
And dollars at first.
That's a slave trap right there. That's a slave trap. Like the NBA is like it's so much symbolism. It's just so much.
Oh, they won't let us kneel. Man, after you get the $10-20 million, start your own league, who they gonna watch? You, them, or us eventually. But nobody,
Right.
that is always begging the same people and taking a victim route. That's why I wrote a letter to my kids, and this is going into legacy. I wrote a letter to my kids' school. Don't put them in slavery classes. I'll teach them about that when I'm ready, because you know what y'all don't do?
You have the right. You have the right to do that.
Right.
As a father, you have the right.
Zero backlash. Now imagine if a lot of people did that. They would be forced to redo the curriculum on how they teach slavery, because they teach black kids slavery without the disclaimer that everybody been slaves. This ain't got to diminish what we went through, but black kids need to know white people been slaves throughout history, Asian people been slaves throughout history, and Hispanic people. This is not like we're not lowered in, we're not inferior. It didn't just happen to us. We didn't start on the boats coming here. It was free people here, and it was free people before that. It's free people doing that in other countries. But they just presented to us, you in kindergarten, you in first grade. Hey, okay, Black History Month. You all weren't a slave, getting carried over by white people, then got beat and raped, and it's like, bro, like that's why I wrote them out.
Implanted in you, like they really did a lot of damage,
right?
And they didn't really understand how much damage they did.
Yeah.
You know, with the school system, and just like I'm not blaming it on the teachers. It's just like the whole school system is just like wow.
And you thinking like this? How could it be millions of black teachers that's willing to teach that to little innocent kids? Like,
right, man.
That's what happened when it, like you talked about earlier, that light, when it come on and you see stuff differently, that's where I'm at. Like a switch flip, and it's just like certain stuff I'm just not, I don't care if I'm the oddball out or I cause a little, you know what I'm saying? Or now a target on me. So what?
You're not the moth to the flame.
Right.
You're not the moth to the flame. You don't go like to the flame. Like you don't go to the light. You stay back. You know.
Right. And I know it made somebody think, because like I say, I told them on the letter exactly what I just told you. It's a narrow perspective. All groups, blah, 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 being slaves. Teach a broader perspective. And I think about putting them in, They need to notice it creates an inferiority complex in kids. They came home asking me like, why white people used to beat us? Don't worry about it, babe. You never been a slave. I'm going to take you out of them classes. You know.
That's should feed that to their psyche, man. It really gets a subconscious imprint. And they grow up identifying with that. You know, it just starts from a young age, man. The youth is the power. The youth is the future. So we gotta, our children, man, it's the children. We gotta protect them. We gotta lead them right, man.
Stop thinking.
That's where it from.
Yeah, stop thinking about 9 seconds splurge and stun on the next person. You know, if you earn it, okay, treat yourself, but think about the youth. Put some aside for them. Start teaching them right. Start calling out everybody who's adults that don't do it right by the youth. Where you doing physical abuse, we need stricter law. Send their ass to prison for a longer time. Make people don't do that simply because you're gonna spend 20 to your life in prison if it's proven without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? The labs and stuff, just like how we can't say nothing about the Jews, or they'll shut you down.
Right.
They shut you down, but more people need to let them know we don't want to hear that. Be more. There's so much stuff to talk about. Stop talking about killing N-words and stuff. It's old. We don't need to do that to each other. Stop repping Crip when you're 40 and 50 years old. Tell all of you that it's BS and it ain't gonna get you nowhere but dead, and they don't even look out for you when you're in jail. Like, tell them that there's no reason Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne should be repping any type of gangs. It's crazy to me.
They don't have to. What do they have to for? What's the reason? It's a program. To program, so millions of other boys, impressionable people can do it. Then, this is the whole gist of it.
Yep. Then you got to get them advice. You feel me? I used to have to pick them up as the EMT off the street, dead or hurt. I got to counsel them afterwards to try to acclimate them back to society. So if I can deal with the real life stuff, but y'all just think, okay, this person on TV, this and that, they don't have to be held accountable. Don't hold everybody accountable. That's what I'm saying. Every man deserves respect. Just like I eat my favorite foods and then I take a dump, just like he can't orgasm for me and make a kid with a beautiful woman. You feel me? Everybody live their life. And once my bills paid and this and that, I'm satisfied. Yeah, I want more, but I'm satisfied, and I deserve, you deserve. Everybody needs to start looking at each other as equal and to proving otherwise. And that's how we like hold yourself accountable. That's how you build healthy relationships. Respect everybody and respect yourself. But we don't respect ourselves. Like the majority of us, that's why certain people can get away with anything. That's why Usher can get more than everybody wife. You get me? And people just think it like women think it's funny, but they're not listening to it. It's nothing about what you want. It's what we should take. Like we telling you, we don't care about a fat ass that much. We don't care about eyelashes. the most handsome, richest man shouldn't be able to screw all of our wives and it be okay because he just got a name, but they don't want to hear that. You being sensitive. Okay.
So the ego has to die, man. The ego, like, that's the problem. Like, I look at ego like your third dimensional image. Like you said, like all of these things that you said, like the status, the jury, the money, like it's all like I like dressing nice. I ain't gonna lie. Like I like putting it on when I go outside, but like I still understand that these things can be like it can make me a target. It can also like it can also make me look flashy, and it can draw unwanted attention to me. And just like celebrities, they draw unwanted attention. Like sometimes they don't want them cameras in their face. They don't want them cameras in their face when they go out, but because of who they are, their image, cameras are going to be in your face because you signed up for this. So you, like you said, self accountability. You got to be self accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. And you got to understand what you're doing and how you have a part in how things happen in your life.
Exactly. 100% agree. I want to touch a little bit on just relationships too. Couple things I want to touch on, but next was just like relationships, what young men should know. Because I went through a divorce where I faced the divorce court. It was custody battles, child
Okay.
support, all of that. So I told you I have two daughters. They 7 and 8. I done had sole custody for about 5 years, but I've been there since day one. And we split when it was like just turning 2 and 3, I think. And then like a year later, I got sole custody. But what men should know is that number one, always focus on your passions and purposes. What we'll get into in a minute. Vet a woman good and learn her before you tie the knot. And then if you tie the knot to have a kid, make sure you have resources in case she gets the courts involved, because over 75% of divorces are started by women. And if a woman has a college education and she's married, she will start a divorce 90% of the time that a divorce happens. So this ain't a game. I know a lot of men in general, they don't understand how the tides could turn. And I'm here to tell you, somebody can tell you they love you every single day. Y'all can reproduce, y'all can have things together and ties. But when they flip on you, not only my situation, I had to sit in court too many times. So I done seen probably 100, at least dozens and dozens of divorce cases. They can be married to you 20 years, 5 kids. They can act like you never did nothing right. You abuse them every day of that relationship. And I know that's not true.
That's sad. That's sad.
Courts, they don't care nothing about who loved who or who did this. How much you got, how I'm gonna split up this assets, and how much money we can get out of the lawyers and stuff. That's it. And when she was doing, because I ended up with, think about it, black dude ended up with sole custody. So something happened. And it took so long for me to get justice each time things happen. So long. So somebody can do something to you and it'll be like 4 months before they even punish you, before y'all even go to court. House broken into, cleared out, protective order violated, changing the kids' schools without my consent. You know what I'm saying? False report to the police when I got a protective order against you. They still like, we got standard procedures. Y'all don't have no discretion. That's why I say, young men, we do need intelligent people reproducing. Don't get me wrong. Because there's so many smart people like, I don't want kids. When you take that step and you think you can trust somebody, still operate like you don't trust them to an extent. Have a cushion, have money for a lawyer, all of that good stuff, because when you go in there with it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, yeah, so don't believe what you see on TV. Don't follow celebrities like Will Smith, comedy and stuff, yeah, but the example with him and Jada, that's the poorest example that I've ever seen on TV of a man dealing with a woman. And I did a video on that. Jada and Will Smith, saddest love story ever.
You can answer this question if you want. Like, you can answer the question. This is like related to what you're saying. You want to answer that question?
Oh, it's a question. Why men have with women they are not married to. It depends on how you look at marriage. Marriage Honestly, I'm not opposed to it, but marriage is a governmental like contract where, like I said, people think they're getting married for love and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, marriage itself is just a contract that ties you in, saying like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Now she get part of this and he get part of that, and we can go to court and everything. So I honestly don't think you need to be married to have a kid. What you need is to vet the woman, know her for a while, maybe at least a couple years, look at things logically, pay attention to warning signs, because the marriage, like if it's used for good and both people respect it, fine. But it can be used for bad, just like we talked about everything else. It can be used for good. So men are having babies out of marriage because some men just don't care. Some men are undisciplined. Some men don't care for marriage. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes oopsies just happen. You're in the back of a car and it's getting good and a baby born. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to happen. And a marriage is not going to, we just talking about a divorce, is not going to save you. It'll make things worse if you're not prepared. It'll make things worse because not only do you owe her for the kid, she can take a bunch of your stuff. She can put you at your own house that you paid for originally, and now you scraping the scrambler and paying her money while she moves.
That's wild. That's wild, man. Seriously, I'm just taking it all in, man. That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it all in.
I was just thinking, like, the main thing I look for in a woman, to just kind of continue off of that question, is does she respect me? Does she listen? And can she stay at a dude's face? Of course, some physical attraction, but if a girl can listen in pivotal times, and you make the decision because you're gonna take the responsibility. If she respects you, and the few times she do disrespect, she can take the discipline or the correction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect, man. You gotta value that over anything. Respect, bro, for real. Like literally, respect.
And then if she can stay out of other dudes' face, you might have something to work with. You get what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Oh yeah, and by the way, mine was a church girl. Most definitely shouldn't be looking at celebrities. That's what we were trying to say. But unfortunately, like we say, they got the whole machine behind them, and they have a lot of influence. But that's definitely right.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I was just taking that all in. You were cooking on that, man. Like you was just, like you actually been in the field, and you actually been in the court, and you actually seen these things with your own eyes, and you actually been through it. So I'm just, as a young man, I'm just taking it all in. And that's why there's a lot of defense. Like a lot of people come in my videos, like you said, like when I like talk about women, like I don't hate women at all. Like some women, they were like kind of bitter in my chat, but not once have I ever disrespected women. I never call them out their name. And there's a lot of red pill content, like talking women out their name. I never call women a B word. I just say my experience. You know.
Right, and I gotta call it what it is. Probably the top 7 people in my life right now are women. My grandma, great grandma, my sister, my mom, my daughters, and I got a companion for 5 years. So, and I put my life on the line for people, and I've devoted my life to helping people. So, women are valuable. They are good. It's just like this whole society out of whack.
Society, yeah, man.
Unfortunately, there's a number of women, not all, who don't respect men. They have an underlying hatred for men. You know what I'm saying? And we can't lead them. Which, tell me this, unless y'all just in sync totally, there can never be like 2 just totally equal leaders. I'm talking about y'all doing everything together, personal, business, finance. If I think this and you think this, we gotta have a way to somebody defer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I need somebody who listens. You can choose your career, you can do a bunch of stuff. But if I say we moving here, you want to move here, we gotta move here, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna step up and say, okay, I made a mistake. I'm gonna step up and do whatever I gotta do to fix the situation or take responsibility. I know that over me, over everybody, and I ain't even just talking about a woman. I know I trust myself more than somebody, another dude or whatever. So I just gotta be the leader. You know what I'm saying? So when I can leave and I tell you, yeah, all of these dudes gonna seem cool at work, but stay out of all of their face, keep it cordial. You know what I'm saying? But you thinking, like, oh, he don't know, I can have lunch with dudes, and then a dude you attracted to, you don't think, you know what I'm saying, in the lead, but then it's like, oh, you didn't give me enough time. No, you didn't.
Women cannot have male friends, bro. I'm just be honest. Like we're like they're like when they cheat is different. When they cheat, like men, they cheat like for like physical attraction, and that's it. Like men are not emotionally powerful like women. Like women are more tied in with their emotions. So when they cheat with emotion. So you gotta understand you gotta be questioning these male friends they're around, like you said, like you gotta be questioning that because they're emotion. They're not getting into no situation unless it's some type of emotional, ties with it.
Man, we men and we know a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? Not every man is like this. I always have to get this disclaimer because people get butt hurt, but
Right.
they don't care what you got going on. You feel me? They don't care that this woman gonna regret it the next day and be emotional. They don't care that y'all been building for 5 years. If you find and I've been chilling with you and you thinking we cool, but y'all get into an extended fight that lasts a week. Really, y'all gonna get back in 2 weeks. But she in the middle of it and she emotional and thinking that's it. He don't care that you in the middle of a just recent breakup, you emotional, you vulnerable, you go out and get some drink. He gonna tear that shit up and send you back on your way. And at the very best you can hope for, okay, my dude don't know, I'm gonna get back with him. I'm telling you from experience. So that's why I feel like that.
That's real. That's real stuff, man. Like that's real stuff.
Like
Yeah, like you said, it's all from experience, bro. Like you experience these things, and that's you saying nothing but the real. But that's why I have so many like defense mechanisms, like in this society with women. That's why I made the video. Like I don't approach women because I just don't approach them. I just don't feel the need to in this society nowadays. Like that's kind of to protect myself in a way, but it's kind of just keep my head on straight as a young man and just focus on my assets, focus on my money, focus on my just because like a woman is another bill. Like that's another bill. But you got to understand, is she an asset or a liability to you? Because an asset, you invest money into that, but what are you getting back on return? Liability, you invest money into that, and so what? Like, I don't mind investing into a woman, but what kind of qualities does she bring to my life? That's the thing about it.
Most definitely, and that's leading right into passions and purpose. Because, like you said, you're not focused on that. You ain't cold approaching. If something come, it's cool. What we
something cool, yeah.
Our passions and purpose. You get what I'm saying?
Like I said, I like women, bro. Like they beautiful. Like they like I like women. But I just don't want to approach.
Right.
I don't want to approach. I'd rather wait for them to put in some effort, just a little. Like they don't have to put in all that effort. I'm not expecting a woman to come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like gaming me up. I'm not expecting that. I'm just saying, like, stop walking around all mad and just, like you just mad at the world. I understand people go through things, but y'all can't like. Women can't complain that guys don't approach them if y'all are not willing to fix y'all fix y'all mannerisms, fix y'all face when y'all walk in public. Get therapy if you need to. Like this society doesn't want to hold women accountable. Like they don't want to hold women accountable. Like it's okay for them to do all these things, but then when a man has standards and things, when a man it's always a man's job to fix himself, but women, y'all can just go all about wear lashes and just makeup and everything. Oh, I'm pretty. Everything is okay. Like, no, you have to really do the work if you want to.
We supposed to work. And they don't even care to hear what we like. We telling you, we don't care for a girl who this or that, making this or that. But y'all listen to these people who destroying your lives. But we the ones who got to get with you. But they not what a real dude like wants and likes. I don't want a girl with a plastic butt. I don't
want that either. Me personally, I don't.
Like, have a good personality, a nice face. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Yeah, just a good personality. Have pure intentions.
How many women married without an ass? Probably a billion. You feel me? Like,
yeah, it's a lot. So they think they gotta have this stuff to attract men, but they don't. And like men, like I ain't gonna lie, like me, like I'm not gonna sit up here and say I didn't watch none of the red pill content because I have like you said, like YouTube it's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of different channels with a lot of ideologies. I feel like they're doing that. And I feel like some of them are doing that to like kind of just, monetize, they're monetizing themselves off men emotions. So like they're doing that to kind of like as a way to, benefit off vulnerable men because a lot of men are like a lot of men are lonely and a lot of women don't understand that. Like they don't understand how lonely men are. So I feel like these red pill people come along and be like, oh, I can find a solution. I can be the God, I can be their father figure or whatever, and just give them these courses. They make them pay for these courses and things, Patreon and all these things. Even though I feel like I know where they're coming from, but a lot of that is just deep rooted trauma. If I'm being honest, like, because I get it, you're supposed to adapt, And I feel like in a logical standpoint, but you got to understand the damage it's doing to the woman.
Right.
See, me personally, I felt like, man, I gotta have me a nice car. I gotta have the watch, the jewelry, but that's gonna attract all the wrong women. So like, I'm 20. I go back and forth because it's just like it's hard, because I feel like around my area, I gotta have that stuff on, bro. Like I gotta be clean, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, I got a nice car. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, but you're not really gonna attract all the right women. You might attract some good women with that, but how can they? If you're just leading with your wallet, how are you gonna attract them? How are you gonna expect the woman to want you for you if you're leading with your wallet?
Right.
So there's no problem with that, you know?
Right. Nah. And it is tough because once you make it, you just got more options. That's how it go. So it's a thin line. So the best thing to do is just try to watch out for warning signs, not tell them everything you got and everything you own. You know what I'm saying? Be limited. Don't tell them your deepest, darkest secrets that they can use on you later. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you. But yeah. So, and that's why as a man, like, you building yourself, you get more options, and then you just got to use discernment and pray for higher discernment and just focus on your passions and purpose, because you find something you're good at, you find something you're interested in, and that's what keeps that thrill going. That's what gives you that adrenaline, that fiery, aspect to life that keep you going and waking up every morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm 38. You feel me? And every day people tell me I don't look like I'm 38. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I focus on
You definitely look younger, bro. Like you definitely look younger. I thought you was like 25. Like I ain't gonna lie, 26.
Appreciate it. That's
Bro.
every day, and I'm still trying to get to where I want to be. But every day I'm focusing on fitness, health, emotional, spiritual, reading stuff that stimulate my mind, positivity, listening to positive messages. Like we said, sun gazing and meditating, doing some self-care. So you really got to hold in, and I'm passionate about the messages we giving right now in mental health therapy. So that's what it is. It's about finding a way to monetize something that you good at and that you like doing, or at least you build a skill to where you're good at it if you're really passionate about it. Because sometimes it don't take talent, it just takes skill. Skill is learned.
Let's get into that. Let's go down that hole, bro. Let's go down that way. Like, yeah, passion, having a skill, purpose, all that stuff is just like really crucial as a man, That's real crucial, man. I try to tell my brothers, like, y'all working these little regular jobs and stuff. It's cool, but you gotta have a skill. Like, especially as a man, you have to have something that you can leverage on the marketplace. Because I'm a car detailer, and I landscape. So, detailing cars, like I didn't really like it at first, but I understood that this can be lucrative because it's an actual skill. So I actually like build up some clientele with it, and I'm actually doing a lot of detailing around the neighborhood and stuff, and I actually was able to get some money off that. So that really taught me what's important. Like you got to have a skill at least. You can't just be working these regular old jobs out here for the rest of your life and expecting that to just sustain you as a man. You got to have something you can offer to the marketplace. Something.
Right. And I would advise every young man in general to get a skill, a trade or some type of technical, craft, because while you building on your dreams, like I say, I done started writing books and you doing a YouTube and got numerous other things going on. While you building, that skill is what's going to get you by. Especially if you got a skill in something, you don't have to love your skill. Some you can tolerate, some that's okay, or you kind of like if it's good, but you need something realistic and tangible while you building along the way.
Exactly.
That way you can sustain yourself. You got to take a lot of people crap. You still can start building, because it does take some money. And that was the EMT for me, because I can work overnight and still go get a bachelor's. I can work overnight and get even higher education. You know what I'm saying? And do this and do that, because I had a skill at a young age that was in high demand and it let me make money. And it's funny because I used to do landscaping too for a long time.
Landscaping, yeah. You gotta get out there, but you can make some bank, man. You gotta get out there though. But yeah, I do landscaping and I do car detailing and I'm doing YouTube. And I work out every day, so I got a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah, as a man, you gotta have purpose, man. You gotta have purpose.
And yeah, and that ties into like multiple incomes and everything.
Yeah,
Is just as men as we age, like definitely try to do multiple things to get, you know, streams of revenue, you know, write a book, start a business, do whatever you invest, do whatever you gotta do, because any one thing can be pulled from under the rug at any given.
Oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. And
Yeah,
having them dead presidents in your pocket, man, they dead presidents. I mean, they slave masters, whatever. But hey, the dollar bills, they're evil, but the money, like they say, money is the root to all evil. But you gotta have it; it's necessary,
right.
and it's crucial. You gotta have that money.
Yeah, and as far as the purpose and all of that, it's funny because we just mentioned red pill, and that was some of the positive I learned from it. Multiple incomes, because I stumbled on it in 2016 when divorce started in 2017, so it was leading up, and that kind of helped me. I'm gonna be honest, because I saw stuff that I didn't have words for before, but now I knew it was something. But the reason it's dangerous because they go overboard with it. Like if you take in too much red pill or listen to so many people, you'll start building up like a disdain for women. You get what I'm saying? And then number two, some of them people was going so far in talking about just sleeping with robots and giving up on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, so it was another one of those things where you take certain things in and you let certain things go. Like we have to start trusting ourselves and expanding and not being scared to dabble in a different religion, just to read and learn some stuff, not to hear a message, not scared to hear a message that's contrary to what we think. And then if it's all you can't use it, throw it out or take a little bit in and throw a little bit out.
Yeah, exactly.
It was definitely pros, but it was some cons because it'll turn a lot of people off to the, you know what I'm saying, the opposite sex.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely, man. We cooking, man. Like I knew this was gonna be a good live stream, man. We had an hour right now. We're gonna keep going. We got a few people in here, man. You can read that comment if you want.
Yeah, it goes overboard. How they have young men speaking down on women, and that's not doing anything for the community. Exactly, it's really not, because we, like I said, and I'm gonna reiterate, we need intelligent men, leadership-driven men. We need respectable women and with leadership qualities, but know how to support her man. We need those people reproducing. Like what they doing now is a lot of the low vibrating people, they'll just pop out kids, and just, you know what I'm saying, do whatever they do. But a lot of the people who do got, some sense, not all, but they started like not want to have kids and stuff. But we definitely got to balance that out. We need our people having kids, but the way society's structured in marriage, it's tough for men. Once you get tangled in that system, it's almost like another slavery. Just imagine you have a baby tomorrow and you owe a woman $1,500 every month for the next 20 years if the kid go to college.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, man. Like some women, they want to get on here and say like men are misogynists because they're speaking down. Like a lot of men, they're not really speaking down. It's just a reaction to how, because I'm not saying all women are bad people. Not saying all women are like stuck up and evil and they do all these things. Like you said, the divorce courts and the marriage, the whole system is just against men. A lot of men, we're logical creatures, so we think logical first. So a lot of these things are just really reactions to what they're going through. Like, 'cause I don't feel like a lot of women understand like the unaliving rate of men is really high. That's a really high number, and I don't feel like a lot of women understand that. So I feel like women should be more open to understanding men, just like, because we got to understand women to attract them and to attract the right mate, because we think logically, but women, they have to actually hold themselves accountable and understand, okay, let me actually take this man's experience into account, and let me try to logically understand this. Instead of emotionally.
Right.
Oh, I feel this way. I feel like feelings are blurred. It's blurry. Everybody has feelings. It can be blurry. It can be up and down, up and down. You have to take things logically.
And that's part of what I talked about earlier. And you just said how I say they don't be hearing our side a lot. Some of them, and you said they thinking emotionally. So when they thinking emotionally a lot, what happens?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. But she kind of cooking a little bit. You can read this. Like, I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, I didn't say nothing about that, but
That y'all are putting out when y'all not choosing good women. Y'all chasing bots. Y'all not trying to. All right, so that ties into the message I was saying. I'm gonna just say this: there are men who do that, but like we saying, this is a widespread problem. I don't want to give a percentage, but there's too many women that do fit the box that we're talking about, and this is the point that I was making.
especially in our community, see, I don't think they understand. We're talking about our experience.
Right.
In every video I talk about, I say this is coming from my experience, my observation of the melanated community. You know, and like the statistics show, you know, the divorce rate show, the court system shows how everything is against men. You know, the society is like geared to make women in favor of the man.
Right.
So you have to understand, you have to be looking at these things and really taking it into account. Like, why do some? Because I can understand why some men just want to, you know, use certain women for recreational use because they.
Right.
But we're saying that's not right. But I'm not as a young man. I did think of doing that at some point because what else do you expect me to do? Like everybody has to have a path they go down to, like, because everybody has their own like problems that they deal with and how they deal with certain problems. But like this is why I always talk to my elders. This is why I always talk to my father to lead me in the right direction is growing as a man. Because I'm only 20, so I have a lot of things. I have a lot of phases in life. You know, I go through a lot. You know, like anybody else. But it's all about having the right direction, and it's all about correcting yourself. Mm-hmm. But I get what she's saying about like most men, you know, y'all. But I don't think you should put two of us in the box, you know, because most men want to do that. Though. I get it, but
and when I was talking right when the message popped up, and you was like, okay, let's read this right quick. What I was about to say right before that message was popped up was that instead of really listening to us and hearing what we saying, a lot of women, they think with that emotion, as soon as they hear something that they don't like or strike a nerve
exactly
down, it's an attack. You know what I'm saying? I can see this and I don't really feel nothing. It's like, okay, I can see how you can think that. But what we saying is like, it's factual. I love women. The top 7 people in my life are women. But nowadays, the structure, the foundation is not there. And there's a breakdown. Not with all women, but with way too many. And there are, you know, men who do the wrong thing. But as we know, statistics again, most women are linking up with a smaller percentage of dudes, like 15, 20% of dudes running through most women. So yeah, you're getting a lot of dudes who doing wrong and doing this and chasing bots, but a lot of women sleeping with the same dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I know this for a fact.
Let me address this real quick. She talking about me. So like the video I made, like I guess like she watched the video I made. I clearly stated in that video I was talking about my experience. I said I live in Detroit, Michigan, where a lot of women like thugs. And you have to understand that melanated, you know, women, they go for thugs because of the emotional roller coaster it puts them on. They don't usually go for we were just talking about this immediately. They don't go for those guys. I mean, I'm not saying you in general, but you have to look at the logic behind it. You have to look at what's really going on in our community. Like me talking about these things is talking about it from my experience, but it's also talking about it because I got a lot of positive feedback in that video of people telling me, okay, yeah, you're talking from your experience. I experienced this as well. You know, most women that I grew up around, like in these major cities, and the black women, they go for these thug dudes because you know they love that, that thrill in their life, and that's just facts. That's just facts, you know. And I'm not saying all women, but I'm speaking from my experience and my experience only.
Yeah, and then what would be considered as the everyday men. All right, they see dudes on TV. Okay, so when they do get with the everyday dude, they see the dudes on TV like Will Smith. He letting his chick run rampant. She's saying anything. She doing anything. She's sleeping with the friend.
Okay, stop spamming. You ain't gonna have to spam it, man. Like,
so they
talk, but like, come on, man.
All of these dudes acting with way higher status than the typical man. He got millions, and his wife can have male friends. You feel me? Why I gotta listen to you and not have male friends? You're insecure. You get what I'm saying? So my point is, they don't want to hear what the fuck we want. You know what I'm saying? It's more like, oh, take this. Because when I told the girl I'm dealing with now, we've been good for 5 years. But when I was telling her, like, I don't really comfortable with male friends, like, if you gotta have that, then let's just not do this or whatever. And she made a choice. Okay, I'll forget them. Her parents was mad at me already. You know what I'm saying? So if your daughter get pregnant by a random guy, y'all gonna financially support her to go through the divorce and care for your grandkid and whatever to me. But I'm supposed to listen to y'all to put myself in a position to get hurt, to maybe she have a kid with a guy that she been friends with, and who knows what, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like nobody respects you or what you're going through or what you got to do later. That's why I'm saying while you're in a relationship, make sure you get your respect. Make sure your chick can listen to an extent, and make sure she the type who's staring at a dude's face. She don't need a whole lot of extra attention from dudes. She got to be too buddy, smiley.
And bro, all that you just said, I understand that. But some women, and I hate to say it, some women of our descent, in our community, will just look at you and be like, oh, he doesn't have the right to say that. He's not a woman. He's not this. He's not that. This is what happens, bro. They hear it. It goes in one ear and out the other, bro. So sometimes I just be like, man, whatever, bro. Whatever. Just let them have it. But we like you said, you care about women. So you want to help. But man, understand that some of them do not care. They do not care about logic. They don't care about, they care about their emotions, and they care about them only. They care about their feelings and their emotions.
And I feel that they're gonna be like, who the hell do I think I am? I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna listen. They're not gonna understand that I care for many women, that is top people in my life. They're not gonna understand that I pick people off the ground. I saw people lose their life with my own eyes, their last breath. They're not gonna care that I'm counseling. It's like, oh, he said something I don't like, oh, I don't agree with it. I don't even want to hear it. Who is he? He ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's the plight when you saying truth. When you got a certain level of enlightenment, it's not as flashy as the BS. You know what I'm saying? It's just people rather eat the cake, put it like that.
Yeah, this kind of getting a little spat down. Jesus Christ.
What's the
man, like 15 messages. Like, calm down, man. Like, jeez. I'm sorry if I offended you. All right, let's switch the topic, bro. Yeah, let's switch the topic. All right, so like you said about so I feel like this whole stream has just been us just talking about like how to keep ourselves on the right path as men, and just like we observe things. We're logical creatures, and we observe things, and we have, it's like conquest as men. I made a video about that. It's like a conquest as a man, because when you're going through these experiences, you pick up on them and you use that to make yourself a better person. So how do you feel about conquest and just the human, like your experience as a man, and how certain things in your life has taught you to be the man you are today?
Life experience is how I build the confidence I had today. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was 20 years ago when I was 18, people would have never imagined me speaking on here like this, because I was quiet and reserved, and but life experiences, me going through the daily grind, and that's one of the things that people need to know ahead on their path. Like, you see these people and you see people got this, but you never know how they got there. And to get somewhere in real life, it's gonna take some real grind and focus. And I done been off track many times, but one thing we always do is I recognize I'm on track, and eventually I get back on track. And if I don't get something done today or tomorrow, I circle back around, because time is cyclical. It's not linear like we've been trained. Everything can come back around. You ain't got to give up on something just because you put it on the back burner for a minute because you got something important going. So I stay on track. I stay focused. And as a man, I believe it's all about legacy. So
you see what's important in life.
Right. Yeah. So the way I operate is always thinking long term. When I want daughters to be proud, I'm not even just my daughters, just people in general, and leave something positive for them to hang on to and know I made a positive imprint. That's why I ain't scared to step out or go against the grain and all of this stuff, because it's really about doing what I think is right at all costs at this point. Forget who I offend respectfully. If I offended you, it's going to be respectfully, but it's my truth. You know what I'm saying? So as a man that we develop, go through what you're going to go through, pray, ask for discernment, ask for whatever you touch to turn to gold. I ask God now, Let me be the best YouTuber whenever I, get around to it. Let me be the best writer, the best. I'm talking about that I can be the best father. I can be the best counselor, all of that good stuff. Because like we talked about,
you're doing that by coming on here. You're doing that by your YouTube channel. You're doing it. You're not just praying about it because God, He can. God blesses, but you have to put the work in. And God will bestow the blessings when you work towards it. You're actually curating. You're actually developing and actually growing in life. That's when you'll see the blessings.
Right. Yeah. And just as a man, be realistic. Like you talked about logic. Man, look at stuff for really what it is. Learn true human nature. Forget female nature. Learn how people operate, how they'll do you. Learn what it really takes to get to the next level. Don't never hate on another man. I don't care how much money he got, how much status he got, how many girls he got. Congratulate him and move on your way. You know what I'm saying? As long as he don't disrespect you. That's how we keep positive energy. Like, it takes, some of these people got stuff, and it takes like a lot of like work. People don't never respect for like what I don't went through so many sleepless nights and juggling this and juggling that and juggling that. So in reality, like as a man, just be realistic with yourself, and then you'll get ahead. If you want this, be willing to do what it takes. If you're not, just sit on the couch. You know what I'm saying? And accept shit for what it is. Don't hate on nobody. And that's what we do. They see one man getting up. Like I hop on YouTube. Oh, you used to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this. But people who I don't know congratulate. And you know what I'm saying? People trying to bring up old stuff to put doubt in your head and stuff. I'm telling you, like as you get older and older and you start getting in like more and more stuff, is always people who used to seeing you in this light try to remind you. Like, oh, you used to do this or you used to be that. Like as a man, know where you're going, believe in yourself, stay humble, because no matter where you get, one health ailment, one accident, it'll all not be worth it.
It'll all fall apart, just like that.
So work for legacy, leave a positive, lasting impression, but always remain humble, because at the end of the day, look good, do what you got to do, but it ain't even about all of that, because one button, you know what I'm saying, and you bedridden or you dead.
That's what I said in my video. Like, I don't know if you've seen that video, Life is Conquest. Like, I made a video and I was talking about just, I was really getting spiritual in that video. And I was talking about just the human experience. Like, I wanted to let everybody know that you are a small figment, in human existence across the board. So take your life serious, but don't take it too serious, because understand that this is just an experience. This is a test. We're here. Like you said, one health ailment, one thing can, you never know. You never know. So just while you're here, live life on your own terms. Think how you want to think. Don't go cause trouble. Don't just say YOLO, I'm gonna just do this, do what I want. There is laws, there is rules for a reason. But live your truth. And don't apologize for being yourself. That's what I said in that video. Life is conquest. Don't take it too serious, but take it serious for yourself. But don't take it too serious, like, because 100 years from now, man, I'm telling you, but like you said, leaving a legacy, you value your family, you value your relationships, you value the people that's around you. So it's good for you that you value those things and leaving a legacy. But at the end of the day, when you pass on, there's still billions of people still running and running and going. So just value yourself and your inner circle and your relationships in your life. And you're good.
Good, man. Be confident. So I like these teenagers I counsel, and I go down quality self traits and stuff, like a list, characteristics, traits with them, because I ask a lot of teenagers, like, tell me 2 or 3 things good about yourself. You know how many times I get or hey, I'm kind, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? When they got so many good qualities. So at the end of the day, if you got flaws or self-perceived flaws, work on them. You got stuff that you don't care about other people see as flaws and you ain't hurt nobody, forget about it. You don't care about nothing, working on that, forget about it. Like, live your life as long as you're not here hurting nobody. But as a man, be confident, because at the end of the day, there's so many things to make you not a man, not aggressive. Like, they doing it to the women, making them more aggressive, but they make us more docile, and we don't got no room to speak or be how we want to be, or be what. Get what you want out of life. Get what you want out of a relationship. Get what you want out of a romantic relationship. Because when that woman leave you, I ain't saying every time, but most of the time, it's like you never did nothing. In the court, they're gonna be trying to drain you. They're gonna try to do what they do to get. So get your respect again. Get what you need out of everything, and treat everybody fair. But when somebody show you that they don't give a damn about you, or they're not gonna respect you, treat them harshly.
That's the problem, man. That's the issue with it, because you, like you said, you never know when somebody's gonna flip.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when somebody's gonna flip.
That's exactly why I talk like that. I done been girls. How you doing, babe? You made it home. You made it home. Multiple girls. You know what I'm saying? And then never hear from them again. Guys been my friends. Guy was my friend 20 years. Literally 20 years. I had got a new car. Had the same car 10 years. I had moved up and became operations manager. Got a new car. Like a month later, I posted it because my brother took a picture of me. I was like, damn, that's a nice picture. I just posted it. He called me. How much you paying for that? How much gas is? How much? You know what I'm saying? But you heard all the time I wrote down. You couldn't just say, oh, nice new car. And I felt the energy, but I didn't even check them. I just tried to talk through it. You know what I'm saying? And not make it a big deal because I valued our friendship. That was the last time I heard from that guy 2 years ago.
That's something right there, man. That's crazy.
So yeah, just that's why I say now I'm comfortable with just being me, like, you know, and that's my experiences as a man. It got me to a point where over time I just got more and more comfortable in my own skin. And you know, some people see his flaws or this or that. So what? Live your life. How am I hurting you? I'm not. So
right. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, as long as you ain't breaking the law, you're entitled to live how you want to live. You're entitled to say what you want to say because it's your experience. You know, but as long as you're not hurting anybody, you know, don't inflict harm on nobody, of course. But man, live your life. You know, live your life on your own terms. You know, that's how a lot of people get thrown off their path because they listen to all these outsiders. They let all the outsiders come in and chirp in their ear, all this. Like, I got an achievement, bro. Like, you can't be happy for me. Like, you can't be just be happy. It's a car. I mean, it's a thing, but it look nice. You know. And it's not even just the car. It's the stat. It's what it took to get that. So it's the victory within. It's not really the thing itself. It's just a victory. Kind of like somebody gave me an NBA trophy right now. It would mean nothing to me because I didn't put in that work on the hardware. I didn't put in that work on the court. You know, I didn't get out there, lace them up, drop 50 in the finals. I didn't get the victory for real. So the trophy means nothing. It's not the tangible thing. It's the thing that comes with it.
Right.
So so that tells you how. I don't mean to talk about your friendship like that, but that tells him how he was out of place with himself. Because if he really was your friend, if he really cared about you, he would just be like, man, if he was good within himself, he'd be like, this is the victory within, man. He reached another level within himself as a person. So he would just see the thing like, oh, that's a nice car. You had to have a lot of money to get that. You had to move up to get that. So appreciate it. And just, oh, you achieved that. That's good for you, bro. Instead of looking at the car itself like, oh, how much you pay for this? How much gas? Like, damn, man, like just appreciate the achievement, man. That's all. The victory.
It don't matter, but the car wasn't even. It was just a nicely paid. It was one owner Challenger, one owner older black guy, and he had a nice 5-coat red candy paint and some 20s on it. So it just looked really good, but the car was around $15,000, bro, and I was making payments. But so it wasn't even, and I was getting free gas from work, so it wasn't as an operation. So it wasn't even like no real expense. But it was. I try not to let experiences make me cold. You feel me? Because it's been a few times that stuff like that happened in my life where it's like people, I'm opening up to them, I'm disclosing, I'm letting them in my life, and it's like I don't even know if I did something to offend them, and they gone. But over time, you just learn to let stuff go. You know what I'm saying? And just do you and just live. You know.
All right, man. So we got an hour and 30, man. I'm gonna end it right there, man. You got any last things you want to say? Anything to conclude the stream, man?
Yeah. In closing, man, definitely appreciate that. Nice meeting you. See the chemistry, and it's our first time even really talking. You feel me? I'm telling the audience, this is our first time even talking. But yeah, appreciate you having me on, Brother Z, the Knowledge Trap.
I'm gonna leave this up on YouTube, so yeah, it's gonna be up for sure. You know.
Books. Daddy said we all have gifts. ZZ Goes Long, and I Can Be Anything on Amazon by Wise Counsel, spelled like counseling, Wise Counsel. And y'all just keep elevating, man. Believe in yourself. We all got strengths. We all got weaknesses. Everybody just a person. So y'all keep elevating in peace.
Right, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Much love, bro.
All right. Take it easy.
Yep. All right, that concludes that stream, man. That was a good stream. I'm gonna lead us up. Hope you have a blessed night, man. I'm out. I'm about to go work out. I'm about to just go do my thing, man. It's like 6:30 right now. So hopefully y'all have a blessed day. Hopefully y'all was safe getting home from work, wherever you're doing, man. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. I'm out.